The awards tonight were physically heavy, but the vibes seemed fairly light, and that is what you get when you put a bunch of theater kids in a room with catering and guaranteed applause.
To the guest stars.
Oh, and Harrison, chew with your mouth closed.
You're right, it would be irresponsible of us not to kick off our show with the best part of the night, Harrison Ford being completely unserious.
And sure enough, all my dreams have come true here. From my dream of preparing. I told him to turn away! Don't look!
He was hungry.
He was hungry. I mean, best part of that, Jessica yelling at Harrison.
I mean,
don't look!
What a moment. If I were Jessica, I would, like, that would be my favorite moment of my life. Yelling at Harrison Ford.
Exactly.
Come on.
I also feel like since it's Netflix, they should do a new show instead of Is It Cake? Is award show food edible?
Period.
Hosted by the both of them.
Absolutely. Harrison's going to test out all the awards.
Yeah, and
Jessica yelling at him, eat it!
Eat it! Yeah, that's
Look away!
That's the theme. Stop
Look
it!
at the camera.
Exactly.
Don't look at the camera.
Oh, that's what I want. That's what
All
I
you
need.
had to do, all it just was a simple, like, putting the chip towards his mouth.
It was the slow pull out.
Slow
But
pull
we've
out.
all been there.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, not been there, not there. Okay. That's not what I'm
We've all been there.
saying.
Yes.
Just like this, that it started the show strong. It started the show strong.
Yes, very strong.
But then it started to get a little I mean,
Yeah.
the show was so that even Gossip Girl was only talking about the food.
Leighton, none of this is gossip. It's just all about food.
I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry.
But I will say, if I was Gossip Girl, I would mention how Leighton got rid of the Lord Farquaad things and went with the side part, and how I'm kind of living for that moment.
We love the
right?
side part, yes.
I love that we're
going
going to see them in Nobody Wants This, season 2, right?
Yes.
It's like we all collectively willed this to happen.
The crossover.
Give Leighton her moment again.
Yeah, but there were some moments during the show. Perhaps it could have used one thing every actor needs, rehearsal.
First of all, we would like to wish Pope Francis a quick recovery. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Start again.
I'd like to say that we like to wish Pope Francis a quick recovery.
Open it up. Let's see.
Yeah, but you need
get
to
out
read
of here
the
as
thing
soon
on
as
the
we
front.
can.
I know we should, but just read the thing on the front first.
Oh, look at that.
Who's it for?
It's for outstanding performance.
Somebody back there is telling us.
Ensemble
Like,
for drama
Get
series.
it right. Yes, it is. Who's it going to be?
He tapped into some kind of vein, and he keeps on keeping on. Complete unknown traces that vein. Should have done a rehearsal.
Should have rehearsed. Absolutely.
If they did rehearse, we might not have a show.
That's fair.
True.
Not rehearsing?
We need this.
We need the moment.
We need it. Just wing it. Keep thinking you could just do it.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
Period.
So let's start from the top there. Ray finds the conclave.
Yes,
crew.
Isabella not. Like, she's
Them
holding
not-
the mic. Like, bring it up here, baby.
Where were the mics?
Isabella forgot she had a mic. She was
had the
holding the
front,
mic.
she had
I
the
said,
mic.
"Put it- pull up,
Instead of a mic drop, a mic pass. But he still didn't want to let it go.
Yes.
Which is me, kind of. So I see that.
You
I
see it.
feel
You get the
that.
vibes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you have David and Jillian, who are like divorced parents.
Chemistry?
Chemistry.
We still got it.
Yeah.
It felt like that joke bombed, and then David was like, let's get out of here right now. Open it.
And she was like, give me the nominees, honey.
Go straight. Go
It
with- there's
was
a
very
process.
divorced parents vibes. I feel like it was my divorced parents figuring out who's going to pay the bill at the Rainforest Cafe. I don't know if that's too deep of a cut, but that's personal to me, so I liked it. It was like method acting from
It
California.
felt like home a little bit.
I felt like home, exactly.
An X-Files episode on that in a couple
Oh my
of
God, I
years
love
of
Exactly.
what happened.
That's the next reboot, the second
yeah,
reboot.
absolutely. And then the complete unknown intro, which
Yes.
I just proved that there's only one thing that Timmy can't do, and that's read the prompter smoothly.
And he keeps on keeping on. A complete unknown traces that vein. Should have done a rehearsal.
His lines
It's
were
harder than
unknown.
it looks.
His lines were unknown.
Yeah,
it
it
looked like a
is.
group project, and one person went out to the bars the night before the presentation. I'm going to let you guess who.
Woke up 15 minutes after it started.
Let's do
Let's
it.
be somewhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But finally, though, our man Timmy, he might have messed up his lines, but he finally won tonight.
Here we
This
go.
is the moment that we have been waiting for.
Period.
I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there.
I will say a lot of the greats do know how to get it up, which is how he started his speech.
I don't know how to get this up.
Especially when you've dated multiple Nepo babies. But I'm here for it.
Oh, you mean the mic? You mean the mic?
The mic.
Barely on the rails tonight. Somebody's going to be doing a recap show of our show.
Exactly.
I mean, I love him in this pursuit of greatness. That's super exciting. Not super exciting, but, wonderful. But, the outfit wasn't great in my opinion. We're talking about this like green. People think it's like a brat green, but it really is an ode to.
It's an ode to Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. There's a picture of his stylist put it on their Instagram.
Yes.
Of Bob wearing something very similar, and that's what he's been doing this whole award show run. And if I guess there's anything in the Oscars next weekend, it's we can finally put this Bob Dylan fashion
to rest.
But I will say, Bob Dylan can be bitchy, but he's not a bitch. So I would like to see Bob Dylan and Charlie XCX work it out in the remix.
There you go.
That's
I love
gonna
that
be the
accent.
next
Yes.
album.
Is Bob Dylan the OG brat?
Maybe.
He was a troublemaker in some ways. He
doing
didn't like to do what other people thought he should do.
Maybe.
He's kind of brat, I would suppose.
I appreciate the Timothée doing this like method dressing. We saw Margot Robbie do it with Barbie, Cynthia and Ariana are doing it with Wicked, but admittedly, Bob Dylan is not exactly the juiciest well to draw
We
from.
saw Timmy do it for Dune with Zendaya,
Oh, yes, we
right?
did,
Like
yeah.
he knows how to do it. He has been having fun with it.
Yeah.
But
I want to see Timmy method dress as Bob Dylan at Health Nut in Calabasas with Kylie. That's where I want to see the real method
Robin,
dressing.
you always come
I
with
know.
The real method
I do want to
dressing.
say, this is a big win for him because usually the SAG winner goes on to win the Oscar. Adrian Brody's been winning all these awards, so this kind of puts a little bit of a
So maybe Timmy
race
wins.
Brutal
next week.
competition.
Oh. In terms of fashion, though, Timothée excluded, there were some big fashion wins tonight.
Oh.
I'm just so glad that we actually have a carpet, which
Yes.
allows the celebs to really bring their A game.
The high fashion is back. We were a little disappointed from the Critics' Choice Awards, but tonight, everyone really
How
stepped
could you
up.
be disappointed by business casual?
Business casual
This
is
is
rough.
them earning their SAG card, though. This is them renewing
Truly,
it.
truly.
This is their ID photos.
Oh,
they
I love
came
that
to
too.
play.
Yeah, they really did. It was
I'm
a gorgeous
obsessed.
night.
A lot of jewels.
A lot of eyegasms, I just
Ooh,
loved
okay,
it.
eyegasms.
Eyegasms. I was really, quivering in my
Who
seat.
gave you the biggest eyegasm?
My biggest eyegasm, and I named her last week as well, but it is Cynthia Erivo. She was wearing this archived 97 Givenchy by Alexander McQueen. It looked royal. It's this woven chrome raffia with this high fringe net.
I saw it in person.
You saw it in
and the
person?
weave is like mesmerizing. It was amazing. I did. I wanted to touch it, but I
But
don't.
you didn't.
We're not that close yet.
There we go.
We're not that
There
close.
we go.
Maybe next week. I'll
Next week
just a
we'll be
little
closer.
gentle rub of the arm.
Okay.
Yes.
I did think it looked a little bit like the Tin Man and the Scarecrow had a baby going to the Met Gala, but
Okay.
that's a compliment.
But that's a compliment.
That's a
But in the best
compliment.
In the best way possible. Yes,
I loved
absolutely.
it.
I really
royal.
loved Selena Gomez. She looked fantastic tonight, and I don't know if it was the double nominations or if it was she took a bath in that nacho cheese that Benny
the
put in the
nacho
tub.
That's what I thought it
That's what it was. It was for
That's
sure
the
that.
magical elixir
Yes.
of life.
That's
I
a
just
serum.
bought some as a moisturizer.
Nacho cheese is a serum, is what we're doing.
She looked great. Custom Celine, custom Jimmy Choo ankle strap. I mean, and she's walking away a winner tonight for
Yes.
Best Ensemble in a Comedy Series with Only Murders in the Building. I loved her stunned reaction of oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. We never win.
Wait, we never win. This is so weird.
She looked gorgeous. That off the shoulder made this elegant V shape, a little slit in the back, and that up.
Life is
the
going
thigh.
well for her. She just looks like
Exactly.
she's happy
She's
and it's
winning.
You have to be happy to rock a pixie cut and a red lip confidently and win while you're doing it. And she's doing all three of
doing
those
all those
things. Yeah, I
things.
love it. I think she looked
I'm a
absolutely gorgeous.
Next week I'll be in my pixie cup with my red lip.
Okay,
Watch
there we
me.
go.
Watch me.
Everybody.
Watch me.
My favorite was, you know it's your girl.
Keke Palmer. Baby, that's Keke Palmer.
Oh my God, she deserves an American Vogue cover. She deserves
Yes.
a daytime and nighttime talk
Come
show.
on.
She deserves recognition on the show, and she deserves to be my best friend. That's just personal.
She
But
really
I
wants that.
will
That's number one.
say the growth from her first one 20 years ago
Wow.
to now, where she was forced to wear a shawl over her dress. I know my mom used to make me do that at church when it was cold out.
yes,
Is that
yes.
a deep cut? Anybody else? But the growth is just incredible. She's wearing vintage Chanel.
Yes.
You can't go wrong in that. With the red hair, it's giving poison ivy
Yes,
in
gorgeous.
the best way. And the dress looks familiar.
Tell me why. You know why.
Jamie Lee Curtis actually wore the dress back in 1986.
Absolutely. Wow.
So it was a full circle moment. I was loving it. What did you guys think?
It was stunning. I loved the gold, the intricate gold neckline, the column skirt. It just fit her so beautifully. And that throwback, that 1986 archive was always going to hit.
When I saw her walk on the carpet, she has just got a singular energy, right?
Yes.
There is nobody that presents in a room like Keke Palmer
She's
does.
going to be hosting something next
Absolutely.
year.
And
for
everyone
sure.
roots for her, right? You just feel like everyone loves to see her.
I love that you brought up Jamie Lee Curtis's dress, and maybe Jamie Lee Curtis should have stuck with that dress because tonight there were some fashion misses.
Okay, well, shots fired.
I'm gonna let everyone sit down for a second. The actor goes to the man who gave me COVID at the Golden Globes, Colin Farrell.
She said that with her chest. She dragged Colin Farrell by his scalp, honey. And she, listen, this Dolce & Gabbana, like, bolero feather thing was not my favorite, except when she started walking out. She walked with confidence.
1000%.
She walked like her check's clear and like she will slap you with the back of her hand. You know what I'm saying?
It was like the way she said, I'm going to let the rest of you, the way I'm going to let you all settle down was very like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, she held court.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And when she called out Colin Farrell, I mean, I know we have all gotten COVID from somebody who looks like Colin Farrell.
Guilty as charged. But Brendan Gleeson gave it to me, so.
Also, his glasses. He had big astigmatism energy.
Listen,
Bae.
I love a man
I'm
in the
obsessed
glasses.
with it. But yeah, she made me double think it because of the confidence.
The
And that's what we
confidence.
love to see.
And that is fashion. You know, you can wear, if you wear it confidently, it could work.
She is in her boss era, and the way that she wears this dress is like the way that she moves through a room. It's the way that I'm sure she does deals, right? You just like acquiesce to Jamie Lee Curtis because she wants it.
You know, now that we're talking about, I'm sure somebody's gonna wear this in 40 years. And we might
1000%.
not be here, but whoever's here will be talking about how fabulous it is.
Yes, but I looked that I hope people aren't wearing in 40 years.
Tell me.
Was Drew Starkey, and I do believe that his favorite cheese is Gouda.
Why?
Because he looks like Sebastian Hastings in She's the Man. That is
That
the
is deep
Illyria
cut.
uniform. It is the Illyria uniform, and I know Channing Tatum had a shaved head in that, and then the Illyria uniform, like first crush. But Drew wasn't giving that. He wasn't.
No.
Is he not? Because he shaved his head.
But it still wasn't giving
if he had a little bit more.
It was giving Amanda Bynes, not Channing Tatum.
Wait,
Not in a derogatory way. I mean,
It's an homage to the whole film.
Yeah, which is great.
Do you think it was his
Cinema.
reference?
Cinema.
She's the man.
Cinema.
I don't know. But either way, I mean,
Classic.
this dude has cemented himself as a star coming from Outer Banks, which I think most people probably knew him for prior to this run with Queer on with Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, he's become, as I said, a star, but also a bit of a fashion icon. And now we're discussing whether his fashion hit or miss because of the way he presents himself on these carpets.
Press is good press.
Sorry.
But it doesn't matter.
I just wanted to-
There you go.
general.
There you go.
But in general, yes.
I gotta say, I saw Demi Moore on the carpet, and from afar, I loved the top. I loved the leather. She looked fantastic. The jewels were great, but the bottom half of the dress, just not my favorite thing. I get, it's fashion, but I was just not into it as much as I wanted to be.
It's Bottega Veneta, and I think that we've seen her wear much more exciting outfits, and because we know that she's probably going to win this award, just wanted a little bit more from her. But it's not terrible.
She
but
was my favorite at Critics' Choice last week.
Oh my God, that
right?
Schiaparelli was stunning. She was your top.
It gave Target making a dress line that's cottagecore emo, which I think would be huge with Gen Z. But that might not be her audience. I don't know. But regardless, she is stunning. So I'm like picking for straws
That's
here.
wild.
But I thought she looked great. The outfit, not so much.
Yes, but there's another chance, Oscars.
The
next
Oscars,
week.
yeah, maybe she was
There's
underwhelming.
another
She's
chance.
holding for the Oscars.
While we're on the topic of wanting more from someone, another actress we've been wanting more from all award season, Mikey Madison.
Yeah. I love me some Mikey, and she was, Nora is incredible. She's the it girl. She's in Louis Vuitton tonight, but it's always kind of like.
As Countess Luann once said, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes. And this looks like Fräulein Maria made a dress out of the drapes.
Yeah.
Which could be a moment, but it's not here. And I'm saying this out of love. I genuinely am. I am
Rooting
a
for her.
stan. We're all rooting for her.
And we saw this, there's a trend of really not hitting the mark with the fashion, with the National Board of Review, Independent Spirit Awards.
Yes.
It just wasn't my favorite. And this is her season.
I just wanted her to give Mother,
Yes.
not Mother of the Bride.
Yes.
I think there was a miscommunication there with her stylist.
Every award season when there's a young actress on the carpet who's making the rounds, we want to see energy, we want to see enthusiasm, and we want to see some risk taking.
Yes.
And because it cements them, they've cemented themselves in the business with their performance. We wanted to cement them in our minds as an icon with those dresses, with those looks.
She's a doll. She could be a doll. Like, she could give us fashion.
Well, they're trying to give her like that Hollywood glamour, old Hollywood, but I think that it just needs to be updated. So I think we just need to add a little bit more zhuzh into the situation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We need her to bring it, kind of like in Bring It On. Oh,
Yes.
Mickey, you're so fine.
Yes.
Please blow our minds.
There you go.
I know she
Got
doesn't have
another
social
chance.
media, so I don't know if she's going to see this. But if we can get a carrier pigeon or like, what are those things called? Oh yeah, a normal letter in the mail.
Yes, a letter.
Please bring it for the Oscars.
We're gonna handwrite a letter to
Please
you.
bring it
Yes,
for the Oscars.
in our Tyra Banks voice. We are rooting for you, Mama.
We are.
Yes.
Well, I had so much fun recapping SAG Awards with you. Would you mind joining next week, or do you know what's next week? Do you, the
I'll have
culminating
to check
event?
my schedule.
I don't
to see if
know.
there's
Shall we talk
something
about
that we're...
the? Is it the Oscars?
I'd like to thank the Academy. They like me. They really like me.
Yes. So we will recap Oscars next week, and y'all tell us what you're thinking in the comments. We can't wait to read and reply, or somebody will, not us.
Yeah.
They won't give us the password.